Hey there, do you consider yourself a bit of a science nerd? Whether you love it or hate it, science plays a part in every aspect of our lives. Science is truly remarkable, and understanding certain scientific principles may be able to help keep you out of danger. But what about when science goes wrong? Sometimes scientists or science experiments get it wrong. Although they are generally correct most of the time, these few mistakes they make can end up being pretty disastrous. We've rounded up 5 science experiments that went horribly wrong. The last one will leave you speechless. No, 5. When worlds collide. When astronomers announced in 1993 that comet Shoemaker-Levy 9 had fragmented, people began to wonder if this could be the comet responsible for the extinction of the dinosaurs. In 1994, bits of the comet were seen raining down over a large area of southern Italy. A search was organized by an international team of scientists to try and find out what exactly had happened. A team led by Dr. Alan Harris of NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory found out that the pieces of the comet had landed in a remote part of the Basilicata region of Italy. In March 1995, an Italian geologist confirmed that fragments from the comet had been found on the ground. It was later discovered that pieces had fallen in other parts of the world, including in England and the United States. Some of the fragments were actually collected by amateur astronomers. But it wasn't until 1997 that more official expeditions returned with pieces of the comet. One of the first things that they noticed was that the smell of the comet resembled that of a burnt sulfur match. Another thing that they noticed is that the fragments seemed to be composed of 2 main components, dust and carbon-rich material. It was this discovery that raised fears that the comet could cause a global disaster. They feared that the carbon-rich material was capable of causing cancer. Luckily, it turned out that the amount of the compound found in the comet fragments was too small to cause any harm. However, the fear caused by the comet led to an increase in cancer cases. Number 4. Vaccine crisis. Vaccines are one of the most important inventions ever made. They helped eradicate smallpox, which killed millions of people throughout history. They also help protect against deadly diseases such as polio, measles, and rubella. While vaccines have been around for centuries, it wasn't until the late 1800s that the first modern vaccine was developed. In 1885, German physician and scientist Dr. Paul Ehrlich developed the first synthetic vaccine for rabies. His work paved the way for the development of other vaccines for diseases such as diphtheria, tetanus, and pertussis. Unfortunately, some people are scared to take vaccines because they think that they cause autism. Despite plenty of evidence proving that this is not true, there are still some who refuse to vaccinate themselves or their children. There have been instances where people have been forced to get vaccinated in order to travel or work in certain places. However, there are still some who choose not to get vaccinated despite the risks. It is important to remember that while vaccines can cause some side effects, they are generally safe and effective. 3. Boiling point. Have you ever wondered why we don't cook our food in acetone or ethanol? Acetone and ethanol are solvents that are used to dissolve fats, oils, and waxes. These solvents are often used in industrial processes, but they can also be found in everyday products such as nail polish remover and hand sanitizer. It has been suggested that cooking with acetone or ethanol could be a safer alternative to cooking with oil or butter. However, this idea has been debunked by science. Both acetone and ethanol are toxic and should not be consumed. Acetone is a solvent that is used to remove paint and varnish. It is also used as a nail polish remover and as a cleaning agent. Ethanol is a type of alcohol that is used as a solvent and as a fuel. It is also used to make alcoholic beverages. Both acetone and ethanol are toxic and should not be consumed. Cooking with these solvents would not only be dangerous, but it would also ruin the taste of the food. Number 2. Cold fusion. In 1989, Martin Fleischmann and Stanley Pons, 2 American scientists, claimed to have discovered a new form of nuclear fusion that could potentially be used as a source of clean energy. Their announcement sent shockwaves through the scientific community. The pair claimed that they had successfully created cold fusion, which would have major implications for energy production. However, their experiment was never successfully replicated, and the scientific community remained skeptical. Despite the skepticism, the news of cold fusion captured the public imagination. Many people saw it as a potential solution to the energy crisis, and there was a lot of media coverage. But eventually, cold fusion faded from the headlines, and the scientific community moved on. Number 1. Killer concoction. In 2015, a group of scientists at the University of Alberta set out to create a new type of concrete. Concrete is a building material that is made from cement, aggregates, and water. It is used to build roads, bridges, and buildings. Concrete is strong in compression but weak in tension. This means that it is more likely to crack under tension than it is to break under compression. The team of scientists at the University of Alberta wanted to create a new type of concrete that is stronger in tension than traditional concrete. They thought that they could do this by adding a plasticizer to the mix. A plasticizer is a chemical that makes plastics more flexible. The scientists added a plasticizer called sodium polyacrylate to the concrete mix and tested the strength of the resulting concrete. They found that the new type of concrete was stronger in tension than traditional concrete. However, they also found that the plasticizer made the concrete more porous. This meant that the concrete was more susceptible to water damage. Even though the new type of concrete was stronger than traditional concrete, the team of scientists decided not to pursue it further. They felt that the increased water absorption was a deal breaker. If the concrete was going to be used in a building or a bridge, it would need to be protected from water damage. Otherwise, the structure would eventually collapse. What do you think about these science experiments gone wrong? Let us know in the comments below. What other science topics would you like us to cover? Make sure to like, comment, and share this video with your friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. See you next time.